Who you have kids with and who you get married to really makes a big difference on how you experience motherhood and just being a parent in general. This isn't just a blanketed statement of me just like spewing bullshit. I have actual experience with this because I have two baby daddies. I have two kids from a previous engagement, and I'm now pregnant with my husband's baby with my third and last kid. And I can tell you, even though my husband technically is not the biological father to my kids, how I am experiencing motherhood and parenting since being with him is vastly different from how I experienced motherhood and parenting when I was with the father of my children. No tea, no hate, no shade, okay? I'm just talking about my experience with motherhood during that period of time. And during that period of time when I was in that relationship, a lot of the burden fell onto me, the mental load, the emotional load, the having to do everything on top of working full time, like you name it, I did it. I'm not saying that the kids' dad was a deadbeat. He did actively do stuff, but like majority of everything fell onto me. And unfortunately, that's a common thing that we see and have been seeing since as far as I can fucking remember. And honestly, that's what I was raised around, was women doing majority of the things and then also being expected to work and everything, and that was just normal. And I knew that the longer I was like in motherhood and in that relationship, I just knew that that's not what I wanted for myself. I knew that wasn't normal, and I just refused to accept that, hence why, we're no longer together. Other reasons, doesn't matter. But after I had left that relationship and started to experience motherhood, being a single parent, I started to really like fall into a groove and realize that I absolutely loved being a mom. And I did before, okay, but it was just very different for me. I realized like I absolutely love being a mom. Like I can't wait until I find my forever person, because I knew I wanted to have more kids eventually. And then since being with my husband, and since we started to get a little serious and I started to actually trust leaving him alone with my kids, and not even just that, it's like being a single parent, I just didn't want to feel comfortable leaving my kids with anyone, and I still don't. And I just didn't want to, I took time, okay, let's just put it that way. But the longer he was around us and my kids, and like when I left him alone with my kids and, would ask my kids, like, how are things? How do you feel about him? Blah, 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 blah. I realized that like this experience is so much different, and especially like now being in this for a while. Before, in my previous life, when I would go out with girlfriends, even if I went like during the day, did a Target run with a girlfriend and got some coffee, like an hour into it, I'd get a phone call, a FaceTime being like, when are you coming home? Blah, 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 blah. I would come home to a dirty house. I mean, like I said, the majority of responsibility of everything was on me. Whereas now, and I, again, not to compare, but just to show the difference in how I experience motherhood, is like if I go to have lunch or breakfast with a friend, I don't get a phone call, I don't get a text, nothing. I'm left alone. I come home, majority of the time, I come home to a house cleaner than when I left it. My kids are happy, they're fed. I mean, my husband is more than happy to go out to the park or go do things with the kids on his own without me. And I don't have to ask, I don't have to suggest it, okay? Things around the house are done without me having to ask. Of course, like communication is a thing. Sometimes I do have to ask, but like if laundry needs to be done, he'll do it. If something, like if the dishes are dirty, he'll do it. I don't need to ask. That, I'm telling you, how I experience motherhood now, it just feels so wonderful. I don't feel like I have like this heavy burden on me. I don't feel like I'm constantly like stressing and thinking about this and that and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I always have that, but I just think that's like the territory that comes with being a mom in general. But it's a lot lower. Like it's not up here, okay? It's like, it's down here. And so my whole point is, we can't control how people are, because I have been in a situation where you start dating someone and you don't really get to see their true colors until years down the line, or things change, or XYZ. But do your best to try to vet out who you're gonna have kids with, because my experience with motherhood now, exponentially different. I thoroughly enjoy it. Like, I could pop out like 5 more kids and be happy. I'm being a little over exaggerative. Like, we're not having any more kids, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I could have another child or two and add into the mix, and I know I'd be good. I'd be fine, because this is an actual partnership. I'm not burdened with the responsibility of everything. So take my life lessons, apply that to your life.